Everybody, welcome to episode 429 of the Brink of Sanity. I am Jay. With me is Mark and Bry. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I preceded the show by butt dialing the two of them. Butt dialing is one of the places in life where you're allowed to say the word butt and mean your actual butt, and everyone's like, it's just part of our lingo.
True.
What's going on, guys? I went to do you guys have to go to the skin doctor? Do your wife make you do that? Or do you do it on your own?
I did maybe 2 years ago.
Okay. My wife makes me go like every 6 months because we have very pale skin and she's worried about me getting skin cancer. Mm-hmm. But it's all them doing is just finding things that aren't skin cancer, being like, we've got to monitor that. We've got to cut. They like a couple years ago, they cut something off my leg and they're like, and that turns out that you have cancer 0. I was like, what does that mean? Well, it's not cancer. Then I'm like, isn't my entire body not cancer? They're like, well, it can turn into cancer. Again, isn't that true for my entire body? What the fuck are you?
We just add the word cancer in there to scare you.
Yeah. It's funny. A radio show I listened to in the morning spent like 30 minutes talking about trips to the dermatologist today about that melanoma and all that stuff.
There was a little spot on my nose. I think it's been there forever. My wife and they said like you could either do a biopsy now or come back in 3 months. And I was like, you're gonna cut off part of my nose. I think I'll come back in 3 months instead. And my wife's like, if they say to do it, you have to cut off immediately. I'm like, the doctor seemed okay with me coming back in 3 months, and please just stop fucking making me go to the skin doctor.
I was talking with my dad about stand-up comedians, and we were talking about some comics we like, and it seems like a lot of them fall off later in their career. And I was talking about like Mike Birbiglia. His early stuff was really funny, and his last 2 or 3 specials have just all been about his health problems. And I was like, wait a sec, that's our podcast.
Yeah.
I was wondering where this guy. Wondering if Jay just like, I hate Mark's topic, and I'm gonna move on to something else.
No, I was getting that.
Jay just hijacked the show and took it in a different direction, but he brought it back. He brought it in.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about my topic. We could keep going. It's just funny that I never butt dial someone, and like I was like, they were listening to my conversation. I wonder what else I was saying.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey Liz, I want to tell you about how I really, really don't like Jay and Brian. I'm gonna tell you right before we start the show.
I've never liked the show. I just feel guilty. I've got
a funny butt dial story that happened about a month or so ago. I was at work. It was in the afternoon, and I get a call from like a local number. And I was like, I'm not answering it. Goes to voicemail, and while it's in voicemail, it rings again. And I'm like, and I'm trying to Google it, and not fast enough to try to find out who it is. It goes to voicemail again. Calls a third time. Goes to voicemail, and I was listening to the voicemail, and it called again, and I was just like in this cycle of like listening to the voicemail, whatever. So, do you guys have the thing where it transcribes the voicemail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, it turned out the person who called me is a guy that he used to work with my aunt, and I used to play poker with him, and he's a real goofball. He's a wise ass. He's got a good sense of humor, and he clearly butt dialed me because I haven't. He came to my dad's wake, and before that, I probably haven't seen him in 2 or 3 years. And I was randomly thinking about him before this too, which was kind of funny. So, he's married, he's got a wife, whatever, and he's a big fat guy, and whatever. So this is the transcript from the voicemail, the first voicemail. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. So what would you think is going on?
I would think he's getting berated by his wife, right?
I thought he was fucking his wife.
Yeah, I thought they were having sex. The next one, yes, no, yes. The next one, yes, no. So I listened to the voicemail, and it's just static. So I don't know where they got any of that from.
AI is just like, what would it sound like if they were having sex?
So I found out, like, I Googled the number, and it came up with his name, and I'm like, why do I know that? It was his wife's name. And I'm like, why do I know that name? I was like, oh, that's that guy, Bob. And I'm like, oh, God, why is he calling me while he's fucking his wife? Like, what is that all about? And so I'm listening to it, and it's just static. I don't know where they got yes, no from.
I don't know why you guys think there's so many yes, no's during sex. What are you guys doing during sex?
I don't know.
It just sounds like stereotypical. I don't know.
It just seems like something this guy would have done.
To me, there's way too many no's in that conversation. This is a problem.
There's like 2.
I guess I don't know why Brian and I think about sex in the realms of like, it's like, okay, can I do this? Yes. Can I do this? And there's no can I.
Yeah.
We're really into that permission thing.
But like, if you just got like a random call from a number and you just saw yes, 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 like, what the hell else could be going on? Like, if you didn't like, once I found out who it was, okay, it's a couple. But if it's just like some random number, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you would also hear the other end. There'd be something about the other end of the wife berating him, also.
Yeah,
like, part of
yeah.
the conversation.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of like a certain fetish where you're like, we pretend to butt dial someone while we're fucking, and like we just want people to listen. Jade, you got that voice? Oh, I can't believe I butt dialed you again. Did I sound like I was doing what I was doing?
It's like a butt dial humble brag.
Yeah. Oh, I accidentally dialed you while I was doing both cheerleaders. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to it. It's just static, so I don't know where they got any of that from. But
Here's AI thinks. Here's what the message would be. If,
yeah,
they are. I was reading an article before. They're getting to the point where like they keep working on like people who can no longer speak anymore. ALS or some other condition causes them to lose the ability to speak. They're working on attaching electrodes to them and getting them to like using their thoughts to speak. Which they're making some progress on that. Which can you think of any problems if they could record, they could speak everything you're thinking? Is that problematic?
why do I look like I have a Hitler mustache? I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Okay, you look like you have a Hitler beard.
It's from it's in my head because of the Jim Jeffries did a whole thing about Hitler mustache, but like it's like really dark gray.
Your beard is like
9 colors.
Yeah, it's like gray and brown except where the Hitler part is, and it's just dark black
really,
right there.
It has that salt and pepper kind of thing going.
You have to do like the reverse of dyeing your beard. You have to like gray it in that one spot.
But it's
I think you
not, like,
should. I think you should dye the gray part black and the black part gray. Just reverse it.
Anyway, you're talking about AI is
about that,
going to
AI is helping people who can't talk anymore being able to talk, basically.
That's cool. That's a positive use for AI as opposed to like every other use for it. That's terrible.
But how does it know when you want the thoughts to come out and when it's your internal thoughts? Because I'd be in jail within 5 seconds if my internal thoughts were blasted.
Right. They were saying that they weren't. That was the one of the issues. They said, like, is it recording everything you're saying? Like, if I'm like, oh, look, that's a nice girl walking there, and my inner thoughts are like, ooh, I want to bang the shit out of her, and I'm like, oh shit, people can hear me say all this shit.
Right.
They weren't. They said that this technology seems like a long way off, and it seemed like if you ask someone a specific question, like, do you like apples or oranges? They could figure out whether you were saying apples and oranges with some degree of some high percentage of getting that right. But if any kind of open-ended questions, they could not really do much with open-ended questions.
Okay.
It was interesting. Just the idea that they would be able to. At some point, they might be able to like say everything you're thinking, and that would be a fucking nightmare because all of them would be in jail.
Oh yeah, I would never.
Isn't that what social media is?
Yes.
I think if I lost the ability to speak, I still wouldn't get that app, just based on what goes on in my head.
Yeah.
Right. It would be like it's like, do you want to never speak again, or do you want everyone to know how much of a sick fuck you are?
If you get to pick your own voice, though, I mean, that'd be fun to pick, like, have random, like, change my voice, like, every day. Like, in the morning, be, like, a Southern hick, and then, like, in the afternoon, be, like, British, and...
Right. At night, I'm Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be an old immigrant from Japan.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that part would be a plus.
So our email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. We got a lot of emails from Lorenzo, so I'm going to just pepper them in during our conversations.
Go ahead, fire away.
I just, right before you get into that, I had one thing I wanted to cover. Do you guys, it's been a hot summer, right?
Pretty high, yeah.
I don't like summer. I've been done with it since late June.
Summer ends, and Jay's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Thailand with 112 degrees in November.
Well, that's under duress, but still.
Okay. So here's what happens when we get in the car, my wife and I. We get in the car, and she immediately goes, the air conditioning's not working. Maybe the car's broken. I'm like, it's 100 degrees outside. We just got in the car. Why would the AC immediately like kick in freezing? Do you not know how AC works?
Are you new to cars?
I don't know. She's like, the other day, she's like, it must be broken. This old car. Maybe we need to get a new car. I'm like, the car's 10 years old. The AC's fine. It's really hot out.
I
See,
think
my wife's the opposite. She likes it hot. She doesn't like the cold, and my new car doesn't have like my old car had like dual zone, like you could turn the like passenger side heater air conditioner off, but my new car doesn't, so it's just set to like the same temperature. So I'll have it on like when she gets in the car, like I have it on like 65, but when she gets in the car, I'll put it to like 68, 69. She turns like the heat up to like 75, and there's like hot air blowing from the right side and cold air. I mean, I'm surprised it doesn't rain and turn into a thunderstorm.
Your new car has the other has a dual air, and the other one did not.
Well, it's dual, but you can't turn one side off. My old car was dual, but you could turn one side off if you wanted.
Oh, okay.
And this one, I can't. I haven't been able to figure out how to. I don't think you can. So
The
she
car-
just turns the heat up.
The car lets you turn the AC on the left side and the heat on the right side.
Yeah, she just keeps turning the temperature up to like 73, and meanwhile I have mine on like 68, and you could feel like the heat coming from the right.
It's weird also because it's like they're like it's like you have dual temperatures. You're like it's one fucking car. We're right next to each other.
Yeah, it's like go in the back seat. It's hot in the back seat, you know. Or she'll put the window down, and then I can't hear anything because it's just blasting air in.
I have this weird thing. When I'm in the car, if someone opens up one of the back windows, I have to open up one of the front windows. have you guys noticed that when
like a balance thing?
Have you noticed if a back window of a car is open, it makes a weird noise, like a
It sounds like you have a flat tire.
and it fucking drives me. It fucking drives me through the wall.
Yeah.
And if like my son opens his window, I'm like, well, let's open my window because I can't take that noise.
Yeah, when
once you open your window, the noise stops.
It sounds like you're riding on a flat tire.
Right.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Once like anyone in the back opens it, if I don't open my window to match that and like stop whatever the pressure, like it's one of those. It's like chalk against the wall. I can't fucking take it. And I'm just like my kid opened the window back there, and he's like, I just want air. I'm like, fuck, no, I didn't want air, but now I have to air also. Thank you.
Yeah, same.
Meanwhile, the neighbors are talking about Bry because he makes his wife sit in the back, not knowing that it's because of the dual air, the dual air.
No, she won't get in the back.
Put her in the back and get a chauffeur hat.
That's true. Yeah.
So
call her Miss Daisy from now on.
Lorenzo writes, "Hey, you guys are back. Don't release too many new episodes. Don't worry, we won't. I am doing a full Brink run through again, and I am up to episode 265. Last time I only started at 100. This time I went from 1. Except for the political stuff, the content doesn't really date that much. You know, Lorenzo's a saint. He has gone through a full run of Brink. I don't know how many times. Like
I wouldn't. If I was serving life in prison, I still wouldn't listen to Brink episode 1 through whatever. Like, if I had all the time in the world and nothing else to do, I wouldn't do that. So God bless him.
Lorenzo, as one of the few people who regularly listen to our show, are you ever coming to America? I don't know. I don't see us coming out doing a group trip to Australia unless our Patreon really grows. I would love if we could have like drinks with you if you come to America. Wouldn't you like? The dude has listened to so many. We have a couple other super fans. But wouldn't you love just to sit down with one of these people and be like, I cannot believe you listen to this content over and over again.
Is there like somewhere in the ocean in the middle we could meet him?
Yes.
Or like an island somewhere?
I mean, when you start a show,
Epstein's.
when you start a show, the goal is to have somebody as into the show as he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's amazing. You also think like, if Lorenzo and a couple other super fans, if they're this into the show, there have to be other people like them.
Yeah.
7 billion people on Earth. There's got to be another.
But
There's
it's
got to
just
be
so-
100
I mean,
other Lorenzos.
It's so random. He doesn't know. It's not like, I mean, when we started, we had a few people who knew us who listened to the show. This is like some random person in Australia. He's Australia, right?
Yeah, Australia.
Like he doesn't know like American culture. He doesn't know like our background and cult. Like it's just the most random thing ever.
There are a few others like Andrew and Anthony. They interact a little more with Nix than Brink. Lorenzo's been sending us emails for years. Lorenzo, you're awesome. And it really, like, can we just find 50,000 more Lorenzos? That would really help.
I'd be happy with like 500 more Lorenzos at this point.
50,000, that would be a lot more helpful, Lorenzo.
Well, I mean, Lorenzo, if you found 50,000 more of you, we could probably do this as a full-time job.
I know. Can't you be like our Australian like club promoter and just like tell everyone in the country about the show? And
Yeah, if you could just get all of Australia to listen, we'd be good. We'd be set.
how many people would have to listen to like, I don't know the math on all this, but how many people would have to listen, you think, for it to actually be a full-time job where we'd earn like enough of a salary to make it worth it doing this 30 hours a week? Or whatever, five days a week, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. 50,000 might do it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. 50, maybe 100,000. I'm not sure.
Bri, if we got enough listeners and we said to you, you have to quit your job, so we were gonna do.
I'm ready to quit. Every day I'm ready to quit.
You have to do this job. We have to put on a show like 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, like a regular radio show, like a morning show. And we'll pay you 80% of your current salary.
As long as I don't have to move to New York.
You stay where you are. You can stay where you are.
Sold. Sign me up. I'll sign it right now. I'll swear to it.
So the show is pulling in $250,000 a year to cover our salaries, and we're still doing it over Zoom.
Okay, Jay, 80% of your salary. You do the show 5 days a week?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it'd be hard. It'd be hard to say no on that.
Yeah, I mean,
like you work from home anyway, Jay. What would change? You would just
talk
all day anyway.
I mean,
here's on camera.
Doing 10 hours a week versus 40. That's
well.
Yeah.
Here's what you'd have to do. We'd have to actually do preparation for the show also. Here's what would change for Jay. Jay could not spend his entire workday listening to Jim Jeffries' comedy specials.
Watching Netflix. How many comedy specials you watched today?
Jay's always like, oh, like Bri earlier today was like, hey, this woman, what's her name? The one that Adrian something or other. Like, she's a good comedy special. An hour later, Jay's like, I listened. It was pretty good.
You guys don't listen to stuff while you work?
We work. I don't know.
You tell me about all these podcasts and stuff you're listening to.
They're all outside of work.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I listen to stuff while I work.
No, it's cool. I listen to music sometimes if I'm just like typing away and stuff. I am to listen to music. But
I listen to a couple radio shows at work in the morning. But during most of the early when I first get to work is when I don't have a lot to do. But as it goes on, it gets harder to listen to anything.
See, if I'm like,
plus I think like Netflix and all that stuff's probably blocked.
Jay's also like, oh, at work today, yeah, it was a really busy day, but I also got a chance to rewatch the entire Battlestar Galactica series.
No, I do stuff like if I'm doing like mindless work, like grinding a spreadsheet, I'll listen to a comedy special. If I'm doing like work I have to concentrate, then I listen to music. Yeah. Because then I could like zone out.
By the way, let's not let the AI know that like 50% of all our jobs are mindless work, because that's not good for us.
I mean, it's mindless, but I like there's no way to automate it, so it's just like you're just grinding at this, at these endless Excel sheets. So anyway,
I saw this comedian on TikTok who had a whole bit about how like he's like I'm trying to be really nice to all computers and all electronics these days because they're going to run things soon. I want to make sure they know I was on their side.
Not a bad point.
Yeah, really.
It's a pretty funny bit.
We didn't finish the email, so.
Oh, okay.
That would be funny if he just said you guys are great, and that was it. But
that could be his email. It's fine.
Here's an idea you could run with. I listened to a shitload of NBA podcasts during the season, and the quantity really drops off after June, as expected. As did ours when we pretended to interview basketball players, and it was just us, and not even really changing our voice.
Are you saying I'm not good at impressions, Jay?
You could keep the Knicks podcast running, keep the first 10 minutes about a random NBA Knicks topic from the past, and then just mush the Brink stuff into the last hour. You'll get some Knicks numbers while possibly bumping Brink. Think of it as Nicorette patches for the Knicks podcast fans who didn't want to go cold turkey. You
said Nicorette, right?
Yeah.
With a C, right?
yeah. Okay. I just want to just checking. We could what we should do? We talk 10 minutes on Knicks, and then we ask AI to make 20 minutes the rest of the show.
At this point, can't you just replay old episodes and make it sound like they're new? The Knicks lost to the Pacers again.
I'm sure the Knicks will at some point be bad, and we can just replay it.
There was a span of 5 years where we actually could have done that. But so he's basically saying just trick all our Knicks fans into listening to Brink.
By the way, at the end of the show, Jay is going to play two terrible songs I made on AI. I ran out of there's a certain amount of free credits on some whatever.
While he was working.
While I did do that while I was working.
You see, you're messing around with AI, which is a lot worse than me just listening to a comedy.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's something called Station 11. You can make music and make other things, and I played around with that a little bit. I also spent way too long texting with my brothers about Mets to the point where one of them commented that seems like we're all unemployed, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I gotta get some work done.
So you were giving me shit, and you worked way less than I did.
I did not.
really.
I have not. I did not work a lot today. I also went to the doctor's appointment. I really got jack shit done today, to be honest.
So, yeah, Mark made an AI song about me not spending enough time with Brink and Nick's to do the Three Basket Cases horror movie podcast.
I made a joke about Jay's recording his Three Basket Case podcast later tonight. It's a horror movie podcast, and I made a joke about Jay cheating on us, me and Brain.
And then spent half the afternoon making an AI song about it.
It wasn't that long.
So,
And it really, like, I was running out of free credits, and I'm like, this is not very good, but I really got to get back to work.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea just talking about towns for 5 minutes and then slapping this whole episode on after.
Weren't we going to do that? That was the whole Donald Trump podcast idea. We talked Donald Trump for 5 minutes and just do a regular show.
Yes. Yeah, we did try to trick people with the Donald Trump podcast.
But that's like, Lorenzo, that is a good idea. We could also, we should basically have, like, if we only have a few number of people who actually really like the show, we should have people go, like, we will do personal podcasts for people.
Like cameos?
Yeah,
like,
we'll
dude,
do, like, you tell us what you want to talk about.
That's
We'll
a
do
good
an
idea,
hour
actually,
podcast.
yeah. Well,
And
I mean, we kind of do that. You say, are there any questions? And nobody asks, but...
We literally do that just for Lorenzo and a few other people. But, like, you could do, like, a personal podcast for someone.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Lorenzo, send us a list of like what you want us to, what you want us to talk about for an hour. It'd be like improv.
You can choose the topics, and we'll just go with
Whose
it.
line is it anyway?
Exactly.
We did
That'll
that
be the
back
new
back in the day. We had a random word generator, and we would talk
Yeah.
for 5 minutes on whatever word showed up.
The
Which
new
is
improved
really,
Brink.
really the best of our show.
Exactly, those were actually good episodes. So yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea actually. I mean, I did that a couple episodes ago when I did a Three Basket Cases episode and put it under Brink.
Oh yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
You picked the best episode of Three Basket Cases to put on that.
I mean,
The episode starts off with, "Oh yeah, the movie that wasn't the movie I meant for us to watch, and it's a shitty movie. Let's just talk about it anyway." Instead, I could have just emailed you guys and go, "No, I meant this other movie." I didn't do that.
Well, I'm glad we did a test episode because the actual official first episode was way better. So
Okay.
Although
you want to let the Brink audience know how bad it could be?
right, I don't think as far as a test episode that probably convinced nobody to actually check out the real show because it
Yeah,
wasn't.
it could basically. Yeah, it was not. Brian, have you listened to any Three Basket Cases so far?
I have not.
Okay. Will you, as a homework assignment, between now and the end of your life, would you listen to one episode?
I will when I'm in prison. I will. Yes.
Would you rather? I have a would you rather, Brian.
Okay.
You're gonna go to prison.
Okay.
And you have two choices. You can
Two.
only do one of these things.
Okay.
You can listen to for the rest of your life Brink episodes,
Okay.
or for the rest of your life Jay's horror movie podcast.
Do I know how many of each there are?
Yeah, I guess you only had
Like,
that.
I mean,
for
if it's just the 3 episodes Jay's done already, I mean, that's quick. I could get that done.
right, but then you have to keep listening to it though.
Yeah, that's all you have to listen to.
Oh.
After you snap and murder all your coworkers, you're probably gonna be in jail for a while.
I don't
I
think
think
I'm
I
gonna
also, to add to this, I think if this was your true would you rather, I think the guards would give you a noose and just say, we understand.
Yeah, I don't think I want to be listening to my own voice out loud for the rest of my life. Like the voices in my head is fine, but
Well, there's like there's got to be 100 episodes you weren't on.
yeah.
So in this article, by the way, about the AI and your voice in your head, they said, and I have trouble believing this is true, but a lot of people have a voice in their head, but a lot of people also don't have a voice in their head.
I read that too, which seems weird.
So like if people to the point where someone tells you they have a voice in your head, the other person would be like, "Oh, you need to see a shrink. Something's really wrong." Whereas most people have some kind of running commentary, or I don't even know what percentage. Basically, Brian, do you have a running commentary, or are you happy?
Running commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can get rid of the running commentary, I'd probably be happier.
Yeah, it's never a good thing. Mine's more like a monologue to an audience that isn't there, which I guess is the same thing, right?
Yeah.
A lot of my running commentary is random quotes from TV shows and movies applied to the situation that I'm watching and not saying out loud.
Mine is Morgan Freeman doing the narration of my life.
So, Bri, yours is like college, but you're just not saying it out loud now.
Yeah, I'm just walking through and I'm just like, just random one-liners going through my brain. Like, sometimes they spurt out, sometimes they don't.
Okay.
Like today, they spurted out because I was doing something on a guy named Peck, and I said, this Peckerhead. And somebody looked at me and goes, what? I go, oh, it's from Ghost. I said, oh, you can believe me or this Peckerhead. And it's, from Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what the exact line was, but I was like, oh, I was just quoting Ghostbusters randomly for no reason.
Ryan takes very random lines from Ghostbusters that no one knows.
Right.
Oh, all of my lines are obscure all the time.
And the person only knew Ghostbusters through Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
So right after we did our last show, Brian said, I have a really good story. Oh, do you love that story or no?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I thought you had something you wanted to do a show about, and then you
Yeah, no,
You said you were making.
story?
You said you were making huge life changes.
Yeah, I had a situation to come up recently where I was thinking about making a major life change.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
You want to have the audience vote?
Did you decide against doing that?
I haven't really I haven't made a final decision yet.
You want to share with us?
So your
Yeah.
So
no,
your free
so,
hotel at Mohegan Sun is gonna stay open for a while.
No. So no, it's got nothing to do with that.
Are you transitioning to become a woman? And if so, can we make that part of the show?
No and no.
Oh, well, that's.
No,
I mean, if you were transitioning, you wouldn't put it on the show.
Oh, I would put it on the show, but I don't think I have any plans to do that anytime soon.
Okay. You never know what's going to happen when you hit your 50s.
Well, that's true. Oh, yeah.
Go on.
So I've recently found the. I'm like 40 years late to the party, but I finally started doing gummies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
edibles and stuff like that.
You mentioned that, yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
like I'm the
and-
only person not doing gummies at this point.
So I've been.
By the way,
go
Jay, I don't really enjoy gummies that much. So I know like it hits people differently. So
Yeah, even my friends who like never smoked before are doing gummies. Well, like
because I think I like smoking it. I don't like the gummies that much. But go, Brian.
So the ones I've been doing are basically like stuff to help me sleep. It like knocks me out. But so when I say gummies, I mean some of them are gummies and some of them are like chocolate. So I just, for the sake of the story, I'll just say the word gummy. And so I've been taking some like that knock me out, and then there's like I bought one that's supposed to make you like sort of giggly or whatever. It didn't really do much. And then there's one that's like a combination. And so I've been taking them. I take them randomly like on the weekends when we don't have anything to do, and I just sort of veg out on the couch and I get silly and I'll watch like you guys. We were talking about Family Guy before. Like I watch a lot of Family Guy reruns, and it hits pretty hard. I get really silly watching some of the jokes. And so. Sort of sidebar to all this. Have you guys heard of a band called Goose?
No. And I'm shocked. I'm shocked you mentioned an obscure band that Jay doesn't have 8 albums
they're
for.
They're actually not obscure. They're actually blowing up pretty big. They're actually from Connecticut. They're a jam band.
Oh, okay.
And there's this girl that I work with who's like obsessed with them, and I don't know how she found them like 4 or 5 years ago, but she's gone like all across she follows them like they're like the Deads, or they're not like the Dead, but they're like a jam band like Fish or whatever.
That's that genre, but
yeah. I mean, they're not, they don't have the following like the Dead, but they do all kinds of stuff. So she's gone to like California to see them. They did a thing like on the beach in Mexico she went to. She's gone like to like the just all over, and everyone I work kind of busts on her like, oh, Goose, whatever. And so I was talking to her, and she's like, oh, you should listen to him, you might like him, and I was like, whatever. So I listened to him sort of a couple times. Some of their songs came on the radio, and it was what I liked, what I didn't like, whatever. So about a month or so ago, they played Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
And they played for 4 hours, and they played an hour and a half past curfew, and they got charged like 150 grand to do it because you have to pay, like, curfew's at 11. If you go longer, you have to pay like every minute.
Oh, wow.
Or whatever like that. And then the next day they played in Connecticut, in New Haven, and she was like, you should go to it, you should, and I was like, I wanted to go, and looking back on it, I should have gone. But it was a busy weekend. It was the weekend I saw Baby Metal, and then I was supposed to go see Incubus, but I didn't, and there was just too much going on. So the next weekend, I took a gummy and I was like, all right. I had read online that they put their show the entire Madison Square Garden show on their YouTube page for free. So I was like, all right, I'm feeling kind of goofy and I'm high, whatever. Let me just put this on, check it out. So I put it on. I watched it for about an hour and a half, and I was of the 4 hours, and I was like, yeah, I'm really digging this. Like, I like the music, and it's kind of cool, whatever. So I stopped. I went to bed. The next morning, I got up. I put it on. Watched it for like another hour sober. I was like, yeah, no, it's kind of, whatever. My wife, she was outside doing something, and she comes back in and she goes, "Did you take another gummy?" I was like, "No, why?" She's like, "Well, you're watching Goose again. You're not high." And I was like, "No, I want to, see if, if I like it when I'm sober, because then I know I'll like it." So eventually, like throughout the week, I sort of piecemealed my way through the whole show, and it got really good at the end. They do this awesome cover of a song from Animal House, of all things. And so then, like the next weekend, I ate another gummy, and I was sitting there. I was looking for something to watch. I was like, all right, let me put Goose back on again. So I watched it for like an hour, and I had this thought in my head that, what if I just start getting really into like, just start taking gummies like all the time, and get really into jam bands and just become a hippie, and get rid of like my uh I call it my northeastern angst, which is like this sort of, we all have it living in the Northeast, that sort of like edge to us, sort of like always in a hurry, always on the go, like always like kind of annoyed with people and stuff. What if I just mellowed out, just became a hippie, and just like started like just getting into like the Dead and Fish and all that shit? So that's my big life changing decision I'm thinking about.
Does your wife like this kind of music?
Well, here's the funny part. She told me that one of her first wedding song was a Dead song. So she likes the Dead. And whenever I play it for her, she gets so mad. She doesn't seem to like, there's like one song she likes and a couple she doesn't like. And then I'll put it on and she's like, I can't watch this. I can't listen to this, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, I was like, just sit down and watch it for, and she'll watch it for 5 minutes. She doesn't sit still, so she can't get into like the whole jamming thing or whatever. But
Would she go to a show with you?
probably, maybe. I don't know, because I was trying to get her to go to the other show, and she didn't want. Well, it was on a Sunday, so she didn't want to go to it. But I think I could probably drag her if it was like at the casino or something.
Oh, wow.
But
It's
cool.
just
So
weird
you're gonna
'cause
become a
when Bri and I lived together, I smoked every day and I listened to jam bands, and Bri didn't do any of that. It was just alcohol.
it was
and
just one of
like,
those things. I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, I should just do this like every day, and just get into this music and just totally just chill out and just get rid of like my anger and all that stuff.
See,
I
you
think
knew
it's
I
like
was
the
on-
next morning, get rid of my worldly possessions.
And then the next morning, I was like, I don't know if that was a good idea or not. So we're still toying with it.
See, you
You
knew
should
I
probably
was
go
on
in
to something
person.
college.
See how you like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just that. I mean, just I've been wanting to see Fish for a couple of years. So, like, if they came around or whatever, and like, it was a little bit of a warm up because I saw Primus, and they're a metal-ish jam band. They jam everything, and I like all that. So,
Jay,
could probably-
you know Brian better than I do. Do you think Brian could fully, like, if he adopted this lifestyle, would he lose his New York Northeast angst, or would he be the exact same person trying to?
Unless
Could he really adapt to this role?
unless Bri is really changed, there's no way this is happening because Bri is very OCD and very clean, and he's not gonna be around a bunch of people that smell like patchouli and have dreadlocks.
true.
That
true.
Could you
he wouldn't
sit
last
in a
5
dirty?
minutes.
Can you sit in a dirty field and not shower for 5 days?
I'm getting a little. I'm getting lazier, so I probably could. Like on the weekends, I don't shower anymore unless so like I always say, like whenever I go to Arizona to see my family, like when we're out to get married, like I always say, yeah, I could probably live out here. It's hot, it's 100 degrees, but it's dry heat and whatever. But everybody's so like laid back and like slow and goes by their own like time, and I say, like, yeah, if I moved out here, like I could live out here, but it would take me like a year to like get rid of like the just hurry the fuck up, attitude that I have, and that like I call it my northeastern angst. Like we all have that sort of like, you get in traffic and you're all pissed off and you just want to go, and like out west, like as soon as you get out of like New England, like it's totally, everyone is just like, What's your hurry?
You don't even have to go all the way over there. The professor has been on the show a few times. He goes to Woodstock every summer,
Yeah.
and he said it's totally chill there. There's
Yeah.
bands show up and
Yeah.
just kind of like smokes and listens to live music for like 2 straight months.
Yeah.
Which just sounds pretty fun, but I really wonder how long I would be like, oh, this is mellow. Like, what the fuck's going? Like, are we not gonna? We gotta go. Why is everyone not like here already?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'd be fine with
Yeah.
that.
I don't think I could do it, but it would be. I mean, I think I could. I don't know.
You'd be like a fish out of water in this lifestyle, this weird.
It'd be like a narc. Like, who's this guy?
Right.
I'm cool like you guys.
Yeah.
Let's do some weed and listen to this band that jams.
Hello, fellow teenagers.
It's weird me even listening to this because Bri listened to like nothing but new metal when we lived together.
I still listen to all that, but I don't know. Like, I do have like a weird. There are some like some music and stuff I listen to that people are like, you listen to, like, really?
It would
You listen to
also
all that
be-
shit? You listen to him? But yeah.
Bri socializing at these concerts would be interesting also, 'cause people are like, oh man, like you're old, man. You must have like this is like your what, like 400th like Fish show? And you're like, no, it's my first. Just figured around the time. I'm getting older and it's time to switch over.
I'd figure I'd see what all this marijuana cigarette thing is all about.
I think it's just like a subliminal, like subconscious thing to try to get closer to trying to find mushrooms. It's really all it is.
I think
Because like when the girl at work, when she went to where did she went to Mexico or somewhere. It was Cancun or no, it was what's the western Punta Cana.
Oh,
Burning Man.
They did like some like 3-day thing like on the beach, and she came back and she's like, dude, somebody gave me shrooms and something. I had like all this, it's like a pound of shrooms, all this. I was like, oh man, I want to go to that. I want some of that.
That was
Shrooms
also
are
the funniest
strong.
thing about college, because I'd be like, Bri, you want to smoke? He's like, absolutely not. I'll never smoke weed. Bri, do you want to do massive amounts of shrooms? Yeah, I'm in. 100% in. Let's trip for a couple of days.
Bri, I don't think drugs just aren't for me. 30 years later, got any cocaine?
I actually think, as much as I like talk the game, like, oh yeah, I'd love to do shrooms right now, I'd probably break my brain if I did them because
Yeah,
I'm so fucked up
I don't think I could do it
eternally.
either. Yeah.
If you could do one drug, consequence free, what drug would you pick?
Heroin.
Seems like heroin would be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
People seem to really like heroin.
I
They're
would
willing to
say-
throw away their entire life and family for heroin.
Yeah.
I'd still go with shrooms.
You go with shroom over heroin? 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never seen people be like, I devoted my entire life to shrooms. People really devote their whole lives to heroin. I think it's a pretty good answer.
Yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
when you're on heroin, you kind of just sit there and you feel good, but like you're just sitting there. Like with shrooms, you're doing stuff, like you're being a little more creative. I don't know. I feel like it's.
Oh, you see that guy's volunteering at the orphanage? It's because of shrooms.
I don't know.
What do you do? You're accomplishing things. Before I
Well-
go to my grocery store, I like to take some shrooms. That way I'm efficient.
I didn't say we were
I think
accomplishing
more-
meaningful.
I think
things.
more great music is written on heroin than mushrooms.
I would probably agree with that.
Yeah, probably.
Jay, what would be easier to do film editing on? Would you be easier to do film editing on heroin or shrooms?
I mean, having never done heroin, I don't know, but I think it would be very hard on shrooms.
I think it would be probably pretty hard on both, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're okay. So we have 2 votes for heroin and 1 vote for mushrooms. Not. What about acid?
No,
I've never tried acid. I've always been curious about that one.
no. I mean, I just feel like I've heard so many bad stories about like bad trips with acid, and you don't hear those stories with shrooms.
You know what the problem with acid is the name. Like when I hear acid, I think like battery acid. It's like there's no way anything good. Like there's no, like amino acids or stomach acids when you throw up. Like
They need to
there's no
market that better.
There's no positive connotation to the word acid. So when I hear it, I'm like what do you like? You lick it? Does it taste like a battery? Like what is it?
There was
Should
also
they
that urban legend that spread to every college before the internet, and I don't know how, where everyone
Thought he was
heard.
a glass of milk and he didn't want to fall over that one.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
I heard like orange juice. Like
Yeah, orange juice. Yeah,
He
Okay.
took so much acid he thought he was a cup of orange juice. Or
he was
something.
gonna spill and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should they rebrand it? Like everything's like it's HBO Plus or all Disney Plus. Should it be like Mushrooms Plus?
Mushrooms plus thinking you're orange juice.
Yeah, mushrooms plus. Just call it mushrooms plus. Just add the word plus with nothing after the word plus.
This was a
It's
Jim
funny, though,
Jeffries bit on
isn't-
his new skit, by the way.
What's up?
Who?
This was a Jim Jeffries bit on his new special, by the way.
Mushrooms plus.
Well, adding plus to things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I've
yeah.
heard. I think I've heard that before elsewhere.
Yeah. It's funny though, because there's another topic I want to talk about like how you said like rebranding. Like, you notice there's like no new inventions anymore. Everything is just like.
Isn't there AI, a giant new invention that's taking over the world?
But like everything else is just like, well, we redid underwear. Hey, we reimagined the way you wear socks. Like, how about invent something?
Yeah, it's kind of just recycling stuff and adding one feature.
I mean, I can't say specifically what to invent because if I did, then I would invent it. But like, it seems like there's nothing new. Everything is like.
We are disrupting the underwear market. You don't wear regular underwear. You wear awesome underwear now.
Yeah,
I had
like
an
I saw
idea.
some ad on Facebook for like underwear that's supposed to keep your balls cold,
Oh, that's a pretty
like
good one.
ice. Like I don't, isn't that just silk boxers? I don't know.
What about underwear that jerks you off? I'm just saying.
I had an idea in college, but I had no idea what to do with the idea. And now I see it everywhere. And
Is it called Facebook?
no, it was basically like headphones that you could sleep with. So you could sleep on your side and listen to music while you're trying to fall asleep. And I see them like I see ads for that.
I
stuff
used to
all
have a
over the
thing
place
that you could put under your pillow, like a speaker.
Yeah, this is more like a headband with like built-in speakers.
Oh.
So you can like, roll over and you still get the sound. I see it everywhere now.
The good thing is that if I could take all the ideas that are around right now, go back 50 years and do nothing with them.
Right. It's like you have no resources and no contacts. So
No ability to to invent anything.
Yeah.
The internet, phones, just you name it, I could not invent it basically.
right.
And even like I know there was a pet rock craze in the 70s. Give me like 1970, I'd be like, okay, it's a rock, it's a box. Everyone calls it the pet rock. Mark, why would anyone buy this? People do, okay?
Well,
People buy anything.
You missed the secret sauce, Mark. You got to put googly eyes on the rocks. So you fucked the whole thing up. You went back into. You wasted your back in time trip, and you forgot the googly eyes, and now you're not a billionaire.
I would accomplish so little going back in time. All I would realize is how much going back in time sucks.
Mark just throws a rock in a box. Why is nobody buying this?
I'd be in the 1980s. Just be like, yeah, I want a latte. You guys don't sell. Yeah, it's a fancy like. No, I'm not gay.
They just beat you up. That's it.
Everything I'm asking, people is like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, no, I prefer like arugula in my salad, and you have a plate that you just mix my salad. I'll get out of the store now.
Do you have any black beans?
Yeah, I guess yeah. You guys have noticed food has gotten so much more like since we were a kid, food is so much fancier.
I'll go out to get sushi, and there'll be like a 6-year-old eating sushi, and I'm like, I don't think anybody under like 15 knew what sushi was when we were growing up.
Well, it wasn't even a thing. It didn't come here till like when we were getting around. We were in college.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember a conversation. People would be like, "Would you eat raw food, raw fish?" And I'm like, "No, I wouldn't eat raw fish until I get like 5 years from now. I'll eat it every day if I can."
Yeah.
Yeah, I also grew up like rural Long Island, and like exotic was like Chinese food. It was like Chinese food or Italian. Nobody ate Indian. Nobody ate like there was like
Remember,
one Greek.
Remember when you were a kid and you went to McDonald's? Like it was like such a treat to go to McDonald's.
Yeah,
I don't
Like,
think
it was
I
so
don't take my
cool.
kids to McDonald's.
Like I went to McDonald's the other day because like I was coming home from work and I was like, "Fuck, I don't have anything to eat. I'll just go to McDonald's and just get something." And I pulled in the parking lot and there was like a guy coming out with a kid and I was like, "When I was a fucking kid, that was like we're going to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man! Sign me up! Like that's awesome."
Well,
Even though it's the same shitty food as it was 30 years ago, but it's like hell yeah.
Well, they also it was like brighter, and they had like a playground.
Yeah.
And, like I don't know, it was just a different atmosphere.
So I saw this video on TikTok about the like the fast food industry and the fast casual places, and apparently fast food places are doing worse right now, but the fast casuals like a Chili's are doing really well, and the theory was basically fast food is no longer cheap.
Yeah.
It's a little more expensive.
Yeah.
So like if I'm gonna get a value meal at Burger King or McDonald's for $10,
Yeah.
I'll just go to Chili's and spend a few more dollars and get something that's like it's more edible.
Yeah, and you'll get a
100%.
little more too because like you'll get like you get the nacho, the chips or whatever, and there'll be
Yeah.
a side and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, if you have an extra 10, 15 minutes, and like $3 extra, you can have like a real meal instead of.
I can't believe how expensive. How much is if I got like a Whopper and like whatever their meals are at McDonald's? How or is it Big Mac? Whatever. Sorry. How much am I paying?
A
I haven't been to McDonald's in a while.
A Big
You're
Mac
looking at my
meal.
McDonald's app here. Hold on.
Oh, you have the McDonald's app. Okay. I want to know the prices. I don't. I've not been to a McDonald's in so many years.
A Big Mac meal, I'm guessing, is going to run you about $11 if you don't enlarge anything.
I would have guessed without like hearing it got more expensive. I would have guessed it would be like $5 or $6. $11.
Big Mac. Okay, a Big Mac meal.
And that's fries and a soda, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, $11.98.
Why in God's name would you pay $12 to eat that shit?
And
I
then-
get it
yeah.
$6, but $12, holy shit!
And then Chili's has like a $10 lunch special where you get like I mean,
Yeah,
not
in
that
the
Chili's
comments,
is-
someone pointed out the chili special. They're like chili special is the greatest thing ever, and fast food's going to shit.
not that Chili's is great, but it's way better than the McDonald's meal.
It's definitely like it's again not great, but a much higher quality than the McDonald's crap.
For $15.99, you could get 40-piece McNuggets.
For some reason, like everything at McDonald's and Burger King is super, super expensive, except the nuggets, which are almost free. Like
Yeah.
Burger King, you get like 10 nuggets for $1 or something insane.
How much? You said $16 for 40 nuggets.
40, yeah.
I
It's
mean,
like 40 cents a nugget.
No,
For $21.99,
that's like 30
you
cents
can
a
get-
nugget.
For
Okay, whatever.
$21.99, $21.99, you get 40 McNuggets and 2 large fries.
I mean, as long as you're eating like nuggets and fries, if you want any other burgers or sandwiches, like, buckle up. That's where it gets expensive.
Classic Big Mac meal, $19.99.
You're kidding me.
No,
The classic Big Mac?
it's a shareable thing. I think you get like I'm not signed in, so it won't let me see what's on there.
Maybe it's 2 of everything.
Yeah, it's like a Big Mac and like 2 fries and like McNuggets or something.
Am I sharing the Big Mac? How filling is a Big Mac that you could share it?
When I was in high school, I had a friend who worked at McDonald's, and he said he would give me and my friend as much food as we wanted for free as long as we promised to eat it all. And
Why that caveat? Like
he wanted to see the limits of how much we could eat because
he was slowly trying to murder you.
no, in high school, my friend and I were like super, super skinny, but we ate like massive amounts of food, and like I guess people knew how much we would eat. And so the guy came out, he gave me a bag of it was 2 quarter pounders, 2 Arch Deluxes, and a Big Mac, and he gave my friend just a sack of chicken nuggets with like a big chicken cutlet on top, and we housed the whole thing, and he was like, holy shit.
So here's the classic Big Mac pack.
Okay.
20 McNuggets, 2 Big Macs, and 2 medium fries
For $20.
for $20.
I guess this
that-
doesn't sound.
That's basically just,
terrible.
that's 2 meals, yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't think I'd want to spend $10 for a meal at McDonald's.
No.
I'd want it to be under $10 for it to be a worthwhile value meal.
Yeah, that's not value anymore. That's just a meal.
Yeah, now it's just like fast food's just expensive. What happened to getting lunch for $5?
Yeah. I know.
Back in my day.
Forget it if you work in like Manhattan. Lunch is like $15 to $20 now.
I knew this girl who was opening up vaguely this girl who was opening up a pizza place. It was like and she like it was supposed to be like specialty like gluten free whatever shit pizza, and she was like, people spend at least $5 or $6, and I guess at the time maybe they were spending like this was like 20 plus years ago, but she was like, so a slice of pizza I could probably charge like $6 or $7 because that's how much people pay for lunch. I was like, that's really people aren't going to pay $6 or $7 for a goddamn slice of pizza.
Well, it's like $5 to $5.50 now. So it's
No,
not
it
that
is.
far
Yeah,
off.
maybe she was behind. She was ahead of her time.
Forget it if you want a couple of slices of pepperoni on it. Now you're talking gourmet
Yeah.
slices.
You have another Lorenzo email?
Yeah, I have like
I gotta cut out soon.
I have like 6 more. So
Okay.
we won't get to all of them today.
Okay.
Actually, this one was sent before the last one. Hey guys, I'm still alive. Good to hear I have some fans. If I were to start my own podcast and it somehow blew up to be bigger than Joe Rogan, what percentage of the profit should I cut you in on?
can we be special guests on your podcast? Because I think we don't need the profits. Let us be on your show, and then we can use that to make Brink at least add a couple listeners.
Right. And can we get a top 5 from Mark? Top 5 push-up variations. It would also be interesting to hear Gym God's thoughts on things lately.
Well, I don't know what the voice is, but Jim God will tell you his opinion on push-up variations. I do a variation where I put my legs up, then I lean on something, and I like to do static push-ups where I hold a position for 30 seconds, then hold another position for 30 seconds. And if you don't do that, you're a goddamn pussy.
All right. Thank you, Jim God.
Thank you, Jay. How was the eating in high school going?
I mean, my metabolism slowed down, so I ate half as much, and I'm 3 times as fat. So it's going great.
Yeah. Brian, are you just ordering off of McDonald's now?
I don't know. I should.
You got time for a couple more emails?
Let's do 2 more emails.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 more.
Hey guys, Mark, time for a piss break. Video game chat. Jay, what are you excited for? I've seen a Terminator 2D is coming. Sort of looks like old school, and I might give it a go. I'll keep this quick. I am looking forward to the Hellraiser video game, and I am playing Elden Ring Night Rain right now. I'm looking forward to the DLC.
Can you get a Brink video game made? I know you have time on your hands.
Jay, you set us up with that question.
Right.
2 more. 2 more. Let's do the video game.
I don't pre-read these. I don't pre-read the emails.
Pre-read? It's just called reading, Jay.
No, like sometimes I used to read the emails in case there was a question that we had to think about, and then I would be prepared, and you guys weren't.
Okay.
But now we're all unprepared.
Now we're all unprepared.
Well, you guys had access to the email.
We've been unprepared for 400 episodes.
Yeah.
I totally separate note. I just wanted to mention this because you brought up sushi before. A revelation to me was that my wife had only tried sushi for the first time like 2 months before I met her. When did you guys first try sushi?
I've never had sushi because I don't really like fish.
You've never had sushi?
No.
Ah. Do you think maybe in your jam band lifestyle you'd eat some sushi?
Well, you never know. It's a whole new Bri.
The 50s are going to be crazy for Bri.
Maybe I'll be vegan too.
I'm going to be a vegan trans woman who fucking likes the fish and eating fish.
I guess that'd be a question for the crowd. Would you rather me become a hippie or transition?
I think I had sushi when I first moved to Manhattan like 20 years ago, and I didn't really like it. I don't like avocado or cucumber, so then I found out you could get sushi without those, and then I started liking it much better.
I fucking love sushi. Going out for sushi tomorrow night.
Nice. And Lorenzo writes, does Jay and Mark still both hate olives?
I have a question for you, Jack. If we did make a Brink video game, who would be the bad guys? I'm assuming my army of ants would be a bad guy. What are the other bad guys we have to fight?
Swarm of black mold.
Swarm of black mold. The black cloud would be the bad guy at the end.
We would have
Stickman.
Stickman,
yes. Yep. You could be I guess you could be any of the 3 of us as a character, but you could also be Ghost Dog, which would be the most popular character.
That's like the unlockable character at the end.
Yeah.
I guess another bad guy would be we'd have to make like technical difficulties into an entity. Just be a swarm of glitches.
I got a better bad guy. We'd have all Jay's different neighbors over the years in Queens.
Yep. That it could be a level. You could just go through that apartment building, and you have to fight each neighbor.
You reached level 12. You'll be fighting the CPA today. The CPA exam. Oh no, I lost. You could play again for the rest of your life.
One level is you trying to get home for the show, and the subway just keeps breaking down, and you can't get home.
Wait, for this level, I'm only allowed to play the level at 9:30 at night. This doesn't work in my schedule. You have to schedule around Mark.
Yeah, your kids are the enemies. Every time you try to do a level, your kids want to do something. Dad, I need a ride.
I gotta go, guys.
It's like a side quest. You have the mission, and then Mark's kids pop in, and you have to drive them to like camp.
I want one of the battles to be inside a bathroom, and you have to take your shirt off like Brian.
Yeah, you have to poop, but you have to find a place for your shirt.
I still hate olives.
Me too.
Brian, you like olives?
No, they're gross.
They're really gross. I don't know why people like olives. I think they're disgusting.
They look disgusting. Yeah.
And let's see, with all the WWE now on Netflix, I've gone back to the start and watched all the WrestleManias from 1 onwards. WrestleMania 4 is interesting that the event is held in Trump Plaza and a young Donald Trump is sitting right there in the front row. I've also jumped aboard the bear wagon and started watching a lot of yelling, but I don't mind.
The bear wagon?
He spends his entire day watching WrestleMania, listening to Brink.
It's a good life. The bear is a show on Hulu.
Oh, that show, The Bear.
Oh, the show, The Bear.
Is that show any good?
I don't know. I heard it won like best comedy, but I heard it's not funny.
Yeah,
I watched the first season. It was like fine. They're like, this is what it's really like to work in a kitchen. I was like, I wasn't really interested ever in that.
Yeah.
I like how Mark's like, I won't watch Prison Break because it's too many episodes, but I'll watch 17 other shows.
I watched the first episode of Prison Break, and I think I'm going with Brian. When I'm in prison, I'll watch the rest of the show.
Yeah.
All right. Would Steven be like a good guy or a bad guy in the Brink video game?
He'd be a good guy, I think. I want to make him a good guy. You just have to, like, when you talk to him, like, he'll give you advice along the way, but you have to only say good things about the Raptors.
Oh, I guess one of the power-ups would be the guy who gives us stock advice.
Yeah, that we'd ignore the rest of the episode.
Yeah, you get the item and then you just drop it on the floor. I mean, if I knew how to program, it would be fun to make a Brink game like that.
Yeah.
If you, I have a question. If you could go back in time, one of these two places, and change your history. One, you can go back in time to JFK getting shot, and you could stop JFK from getting shot, or go back in time when Jay told us about crypto and invest in crypto.
Yeah, I don't really care about saving JFK. I wouldn't mind being there so I can see who did it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see you can see who did it, or when Jay goes, I think about investing in crypto, you'd be like, I'm all in, let's do it.
Yeah, but even knowing what we know, are we still going to trust Jay in the past?
No, but that's the one thing where, like, when Jay said he said, I'm going to put all my money in crypto. If at that time we were like, I'm going to roll every penny I have in Bitcoin, not Ethereum.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if I put all my money into Bitcoin, I would have about 700,000 right now.
Mm-hmm. And we would have, like, hacked Jay's wallet, and we'd have 700,000.
Jay would be the guy that gets locked out of his account and has like one password guess left.
Right. Or yeah.
And Lorenzo writes an email. Jay, I know the password. You have to go back and listen to episode 227. I'll give you some hints.
All right. You got to get going, right?
I'm gonna go. Yeah. You guys keep going. I'm just gonna leave the show. I will back now. I gotta run out, but I'll see you guys soon.
I mean, we've done an hour.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're gonna
Bye.
wrap up.
Yeah. See you, Mark.
See you, Mark. Okay, so there is one.
We could just... Oh, go ahead.
There is an email that you're involved with. If you want to do that before we go.
Sure.
So back in April of 2017, Bryce started his own religion and had some commandments and/or ideas listed below. Before looking at them, it would be interesting to ask what they would be now, and then look below and compare. So do you remember what any of them are? And
no.
Okay. So if you had a religion, what would be some of your commandments?
Oh God, put me on the spot.
I know. This is 8 years ago. You were starting your own religion.
Was that a drinking episode? It must have been.
It might have been.
Commandments.
Do you want to think while I read some of your commandments, your old ones?
Yeah, why don't you read them and I'll see if they're still applicable.
Okay. So the first one was your church is a casino.
Well,
I mean that
some things never change.
Yeah, that kind of that still holds up. No neck tattoos.
Yeah, still applicable. Add no face tattoos.
No dubstep.
I don't even really know what that is anymore, but we'll keep that.
That's like that music that's just
Yeah,
noises.
it's like
It's
EDM shit. Yeah. Or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Girls can't shave one side of their head. You know how they were buzzing like just one side and they had long hair the rest of the.
Yeah, I kind of remember that. I don't think they're doing that anymore, so we could probably scratch that.
I'm glad that was a short phase because that was a terrible phase.
Speaking of that, what's with guys? I mean, you don't have to worry about it because you don't have any hair, and I barely have any hair. But what's with these guys that have like this huge like buzz mark like over their ears, and you know that
Yeah,
look?
yeah, that's like the new
Like,
thing.
what the
yeah.
fuck is that?
Yeah, I was watching the first episode of the new season of Always Sunny. They did a crossover with Abbott Elementary, and one of the guys in that show has that haircut.
Yeah, like what is that? It's so stupid.
I feel like it makes you look slow.
Yeah, it looks like you're half retarded.
Are we allowed to say that, or are we canceled?
What, half or retarded?
And the last one is girls can't wear oversized glasses.
Oh, I hate those. But then nobody really does that anymore.
For a while, they were wearing like giant ones that were like half the size of their head.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think?
I guess my new commandment would be like the girls, they can't wear their pants up to their like bra line.
I thought that was going to be like a really, really short phase, a fad, or whatever you want to call it.
It's like a millennial fad, but now everybody's doing it.
But it's been like 15 years.
Yeah.
Like usually fads last 5, maybe 10, and it's a terrible fad. The weird thing is women say it's uncomfortable and guys think it looks terrible. So why is it still happening?
And
like,
it's just getting more popular.
Yeah, like nobody likes it. Why is it still happening?
Yeah.
So
don't want to show any skin, I guess.
But then they wear like these tiny like tube tops, so they have this little strip of skin between the pants. It's like Tweedledee and Tweedledum from the Alice in Wonderland cartoon. Like that's like the style.
Yeah. And when did thongs become just like completely like socially acceptable? Like every time I see like a picture of like the beach, people at the beach or people at like a pool at like a hotel, like girls just walking around with thong. Like when did that become just like, man, I'm just gonna walk around with thong?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
like all these pictures, like I see like ads for like, you know, like at Vegas, like the pool parties and stuff. It's just girls walking around with thongs. It's like, okay. Or like, you know, you go on like social media and girls are like, I want a pool party, and then it's just hanging out with thongs. Like, okay, I don't know.
But don't show a nipple.
No.
That's cancel city.
Yep.
It's funny because like you could scroll through Twitter or like just even like the regular news, like the evening news on NBC, and they'll show like a dead body or somebody getting murdered.
Yeah.
But you can't show a nipple. It's it's so weird.
No, they blur it out.
Yeah. With like, yeah, here's somebody getting murdered on 42nd Street today.
Yeah.
So we'll save the other email for next time. And Lorenzo, keep the emails coming. We love your emails.
Keep them coming.
The Brink of Sanity @gmail.com. We're Brink of Sanity 3 on Twitter. You have anything else you want to cover, or do you want to?
No, I think I got most of it.
All right. Well, I'm going to slip in that terrible AI song that Mark made as the goodbye song this week. There's a rap one, and there's like a rock one. I guess should I play them both, or I don't know. Yeah, it's a lot.
Just tell him we played it.
We don't have to listen to it. I'll put in the rock one because for some reason that one's a file and the other one isn't.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, good talking to you, and we'll do it again soon.
Sounds good, guys. See you later, everyone.
All right, later.
Bye.
All right.